Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West High School and the Division II Boys quarterfinals here in 2026. It's the Sabres of Souhegan in to do battle with the number 3 West Blue Knights. I'm Peter Capano, joined once again by Tom Bezoyan here in a very familiar place to him. How you doing, Tom? How you feeling?
You're feeling good. It's kind of weird on a Saturday afternoon, but for a game. But with the weather and everything, here we go. This is to get into the semis, so this should be an interesting contest.
Souhegan is the 11th seed. They're the one upset in the first round, and they come in at 11-8. They knocked off Kingswood in the preliminary round. West, of course, in their home white, so they have the ball. Get you their starting lineups in just a minute.
Yeah, and in the first round against Milford, Max Hood really came out strong in the first quarter and kind of controlled the first quarter. We'll see if he can do the same. Souhegan looks to be playing man here.
Yeah, and that first quarter dominance is very important to this Blue Knight team. They don't play from behind all that well, it seems to me.
And that miss by Cruz, that corner jumper was there the whole game, that last game. So, they kind of exploited that. And that was wide open there, too. He just missed it.
Good swarming defense by West. Souhegan's starting lineup. Number 0 is Evan Bernasconi, a 5'9" senior guard. Number 11 is Weston Hickman, a 6'3" senior guard. Number 15 is Matt Nowak, a 6'2" senior forward. Number 21 is Joe Mayo, a 6' senior forward. And number 22, John Boucher, a 6'2" junior forward. Souhegan coached by Pete Pierce. West starts number 1, Israel Cruz, a 5'10" senior guard. Number 4, Braden Mariano, a 5'10" senior guard. Number 10 is Max Hogue, a 5'10" senior guard. Number 22 is Luis Alcantara, 5'11" senior forward. And number 23 is Jermaine Gonzalez, a senior center.
Yeah, and they went big with their starting lineup today, to combat Souhegan's size. The other day they started Mara Freeman as one of their leading scorers as a sophomore. He'll come off the bench today. So, and interesting that Max Hood is playing off the ball to start the game, not at point.
There he is with the ball. He is a high scorer. No question about that. West is coached by Rich Otis. And there's Hogue.
Yeah, and he gets to his spot very nicely, and he's always under control. If you watch him this game, he doesn't look like he breaks a sweat out there. He's always under control of his own game and plays at the right speed.
Well, we just about got a full house here, Buzzy. This is great. I love being in the Quinn Gymnasium.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. I mean, I have had some games here, both as a spectator and on the bench, where it's been rowdy. And for a Saturday afternoon, the stands are full. You got a good student section going over there, so we should have a rowdy game here.
We get plenty of folks up from Souhegan as well.
Yeah, I mean, they travel well, as always.
And I thought about it on the 2-block walk to get in here. It's about 44 degrees out there. It's slushy. It felt like March basketball season.
Right. We got
offensive foul.
We got illegal screen on
Alcantara, isn't it?
Yeah. Luis kind of moved on the screen there. And with the 3 refs now, you're not going to go away with those little illegal screens. You got an extra ref in there, with a small. The court size itself is the same as most, but with the walls so close to each other, it makes it a different place to shoot.
Yeah.
And it can be an advantage to the home team, but it can also be a disadvantage when you go on the road, as we found out one year when we were at the UNH. We just couldn't put the ball in the basket out there.
Souhegan not putting the ball on the floor much.
Yeah, West has swarming defense, and the other night they were doubling a lot. I don't see a lot of doubling going on here. And there's Max stepping in the passing lane.
He'll take it in. Overshoots it. Defensive work by Mayo that time. And on the break, it's Weston Hickman ties it up.
That's a nice finish by Weston, because he had to go around the defender who was trying to take a charge, and he stayed under control. It was a nice finish.
Holt kicks it up to Cruz. Cruz off to Gonzalez, so we get a whistle. Looks like a foul on Hickman.
And Freeman will check in pretty quickly here. He's going to come in, going to come in for Luis. So, they're going to go back to, this was their starting five from the other night. He wasn't able to get off the other night. They made sure they got up on him on his threes.
On Freeman?
Yeah. So, he took a while to get going. Milford had a good game plan against him.
Just a sophomore. Hode from the corner.
And they'll play a freshman as well. You'll see later on. So they got some youth that play quality minutes here.
The last time I was here, Freeman must have had 4 threes.
Yeah.
He was red hot.
Right, and Milford knew that. So, they really got up on him and made him swing the ball, got the ball out of his hands every possession, really. He really couldn't do anything in the first half. And, eventually, he was able to hit a few. But
all right, we're almost halfway through the first quarter. It's 2-2.
Yeah, nice design play there, backdoor cut.
There was the inbounder too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Here's Freeman. Now Mariano. Cruz in the lane, lays it off. Gonzalez can't quite get the handle on it. We go the other way quickly. That's better defense that time. They keep Hickman off the basket, but Nowak is there.
Yeah, and so he can kind of bulling their way to the rim so far, and West hasn't responded. So I like to see them come out full court like they did the other night. They really put the pressure on Milford. That's it's good. This kid is just so tough, and he hasn't even gone to the hoop really yet. Just that one fast break. You'll see him go to the hoop a lot today. But, when his jump shot is on, he's going to be trouble for Souhegan.
He's got a beautiful release, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean.
Down low again. Now we're back up top. Berlusconi. Berlusconi looking around. That pass shouldn't be there, Buzzer.
No, really. And the other night it wasn't, because West was more swarming the other night, doubling a lot. They have a kind of a different game plan here, just playing one-on-one and staying with their man. We're going to travel.
That's credit Gonzalez that time. He came over to help along the baseline and caused the offensive player to pick up the ball and then shuffle his feet. So Souhegan by 1. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Here's Freeman. He can light it up. Now Gonzalez. Off now to Mariano. Hode. Everybody getting a touch for West.
Yeah, we got
What's he got?
Yeah, it's a shove off the ball. So, we got Freeman trying to set a screen, and Souhegan player just threw him off him. Mayo just took him, shoved him off the screen. He's a lot bigger than Freeman, so the ref is going to notice that. They're calling it a little close so far.
Freeman can't go 130.
No, he's a young kid. He'll grow, but
Hode. Oh, good job by Mariano. Keep that ball alive. Cruz's shot is blocked, but Mariano does it again.
Mariano will do all those little things. You'll watch. He'll dive on the floor. He'll get the loose balls. He'll get offensive rebounds. He plays bigger than he is. And that's a nice stroke by Freeman. But
look at this. Mariano almost stole that rebound, too. Now they got a good place to trap. Yeah. They get the turnover. Here's Cruz. Euro step. But it's picked up by Mariano.
Yeah, and, I've always liked this kid. We had him over at Memorial his freshman year. He was smaller than he is now, but like you can always see he had that grit, you know. And he'll do all those things that your team needs, and it won't be on the stat sheet. And we got a couple players checking in there for West, including a freshman. So, this kid Guzman played really well the other night in some short minutes in the second half. So he didn't play much in the first half, but second half he came in and played really well.
That's Jaden Guzman wearing number 13 in white, along with Severin Aldasi, a 6'1 senior forward, wearing number 32.
Yeah, and he's got a little beef, so he's going to combat Souhegan's size here a little bit.
All right, here's Hickman. I think Hickman has 4 of the 6 Souhegan points. Guess who got his hand on that one? Mariano.
It's going to be like that the whole game, and he hasn't even hit the floor yet. You'll see him mopping the floor up, you know.
Well, this will be all those seniors' last game in the Quinn Gymnasium. They're going to give it all they got. And they haven't managed to get to the semifinal point of the season, as we had an offensive foul on Cyrus Adelshad, the 6'3 senior wearing 14 in black.
Yeah, it's been a few years. We did it once when I was here, but that was at UNH. Now it's not, which is upsetting to me.
Well, just for the semis.
Yeah.
The final goes back to UNH.
Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we?
That's a nice pick from behind.
He left it short. He's got it back. Still can't get it. Aldasi gets a piece of it. And Mariano comes away with it. He gets it up to Freeman. Freeman pulls it back out. Now here's Mariano in the lane. Down over to Aldasi. Yeah. I'm not sure he meant it, but it worked just fine. And it's 9-6 West. 30 seconds.
He got poked in the eye, and he's still the first guy back on defense. So, maybe not the eye. He's holding his mouth now. So. And the mouthpieces went away a few years ago, right? Those couple years where they had to wear them, and now the kids don't wear them at all. So it's unless they get braces or something.
18 seconds left in the first quarter. West by 3, and Mariano rebounds. Get rid of it. Good idea. Freeman. That was. It was Freeman over to Cruz. Now Freeman gets it back. Looks at the clock, but there's the quarter. 9-6. Interesting little 8 minutes there. Up and down very fast, Buzzy, but we didn't end up with a lot of points.
No, Souhegan, Hickman got 2 quick ones, 2 quick hoops, and they scored 2 points the rest of the way. So West picked up their defense, midway through that first quarter, and really started getting more into passing lanes and getting their hands on basketballs. And, again, the other night, Coach Otis did a nice job rotating guys and really kept guys fresh. And he's already played 8 guys, I think, at least 8, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
So he's doing a good job rotating guys. And that was the difference in that game the other night where, Milford just didn't have it in the second half. They just didn't have any energy. And West was full of energy because, they split the minutes up a little bit.
Those first 4 points that went to Souhegan for Hickman were on transition baskets, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then,
so not turning over the ball is super important.
And the other hoop was off an inbound play. So, West in their half-court defense has been tough. Souhegan has struggled in their half-court offense. They haven't really scored because they're 2 transition hoops and 1 off a inbound play. So it'll be Souhegan ball coming in.
These 2 teams met on the 23rd of January down at Souhegan. West won 58-56.
Yeah, I mean, close one. So you never know. You know, you throw out the regular season stuff and you throw out the rankings when you get this far, and it's just matchups. You know, how are you going to match up, and you know who's going to play better that day.
Well, here's Jaden Guzman in white, number 13, playing defense right here.
Yeah,
Guzman is another one of the freshmen. There's one more too waiting to come in, I think. Venturini.
And there's Freeman. And if he gets hot, you know, look out because you know he's not afraid to shoot it. He'll hit 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, Venturini's out there now, Buzzy, number 11. So I think there's 3 freshmen on the floor for West right now.
Wow, you know that's.
And it's one of them battling, saves it.
And a sophomore, so a young group here.
Right. Oh, it's 5-on-4 right now as Bernasconi had a bit of a knock as he got over. He's asking to come out, as a matter of fact.
And I watched Jacob the other night, Venturoni, last year in the middle school tournament, and I was looking at him and I'm going, man, this kid is under control, and he's going to play. And I was standing there with Coach Otis at the time, as a matter of fact, and he said, that kid's going to play some minutes for me next year on varsity. And he's right. He's in there, and he contributed the other night as well.
Yeah. Interesting call there.
Yeah.
Israel Cruz was really uptight. And it looks like, I thought I saw Cruz took an elbow to the face, and then he got the foul.
Yeah, that's a bummer. You know, you get one to the face and you get the foul call.
Insult
He's
to
trying
the
to figure out where he is right now.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, referee's going to stop the play. I think he's worried about he's bleeding, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay.
Probably got it.
I'm glad. I hate to say I'm glad to see he's bleeding, but I am because I thought it was something with his head.
Yeah,
you know, I thought it was something where he was, you know, dizzy or concussed or some way. So you know, the blood can be patched up quick. You know, the other thing, you know, that's it for the day for you if you get banged up like that. So trainer will take care of him and he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, we got to have the protocol on cleaning blood up off of the court.
Yes.
So there'll probably be a couple of minutes before we get this done. There's a magic spray that is used for disinfectant, I suppose, and it's wiped up.
And the coaches are apparently professionals without any gloves on down there.
Yeah.
So we got to get them to class.
I don't know.
Oh, now we're going to use the. Okay, these guys are definitely not pros of cleaning up blood, folks.
The assistant athletic director, Gerald White, out there with.
Is this assistant principal?
The assistant principal. Thank you. The spreading machine he's using.
Yeah. Hopefully he throws that. What do they call those things? That's my wife's category. I don't use those.
All right. Meanwhile, 6:46 left in the second quarter. West leads 12-8. This looks to be a very interesting 3v11 matchup here, Buzzy. Souhegan is considerably taller than West is.
And a bit wider as far as, you know, they look like there's some football kids out there.
But what goes with that? West is probably faster.
Right.
And quicker.
Right.
And that's what the battle is. Look at that. That's very nicely done.
Yeah, and, you know, that's a nice design play again, a little back door. And obvious to me that's their guy, huh? Hickman. I mean,
Hickman. Listed at 6'3". He is quite tall, no doubt about it. Hode juking and jiving. Mariano now. In the corner, the jumper from Hode. That's Venturini.
That was 11. That was Venturini, yeah. Jacob, the freshman, with a 3. Big shot there. And again, that corner was wide open the other night. So far, they've gotten a couple good looks out of that corner today. I don't know what it is about that.
Oh, my goodness. A little shimmy.
He felt like he was hit there, Hickman, on that one, but no call.
I like how he got himself free for that shot with a little shimmy. That ball may have been.
Yeah, we're going the other way. That's an auto call. You know,
Severin's going to pick that one up. His second, I think.
Yeah, you know, he's going for the offensive board. A little shove there. Sometimes you can get away with that. Sometimes you can't. He'll come out now.
Coaches, well, that's listed as his first. Coaches don't mind that kind of foul.
I mean, that's a hustle play. You know, you're trying to get an offensive board. You know, it's not a big deal. It's only their second team foul. They can afford that one.
There's something Wes going to want to talk about is being communicative.
Yeah, call the screens.
In the back
before someone gets killed.
Yeah. There's Owen Keogh, number 23, the 6'4" senior forward with it, a basket and a foul.
And right now, I feel like Souhegan has a little bit more energy to them. You know, they're a little more pumped up, you know, defensively and offensively. And West is kind of just, you know, playing with the lead. So I like to see him put their foot on the gas defensively and come out.
Well,
you don't want that either.
No. Bernasconi comes away with that long rebound. Just landed to him. West really didn't do anything wrong on that rebounding.
No, it's tough when it hits the rim like that.
Yeah. All right.
There's a lot of contact off the screens. You really got to call those screens out.
There's Hickman over to Bernasconi. Mariano reaches in and knocks it into his bench. State Souhegan ball. Bernasconi's over there with his hands on his knees and his head down, Buzzy.
Yeah.
He's looking like he's hurting.
Yeah, you don't know.
He got
they're kids. They could be sick. You never know, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of got knocked over on a turnover in the first quarter. Look at Mariano. Find somebody. Good job. Max in the corner to Freeman. Way off, but nicely to Ramirez, but Aiden can't put it back in.
They struggled with those open layups the other night as well. And but another open look from the corner. They didn't, you know, it was an air ball, but.
And then Ramirez makes a steal. Oh, Freeman.
Yeah, what a nice pass. He's saying my bad, but Freeman's got to catch that one. That's a nice look. And you're forcing the pace a little bit, which is what you want to do. I think if you're West, you want to pick up the pace a little bit. And they're playing at Souhegan's pace right now. You want to be, getting out in the passing lanes and get out and get some fast breaks.
Yeah, that particular long bounce pass needed to be low. I agree with that. It was very well thrown. And the little guy, Mara Freeman, just needs to gather that in, it up and lay it in.
He needs to gather himself a little bit. There's a couple of times where he's trying to do something before he catches the ball. Just an easy pass on the wing earlier went through his hands because he's trying to, he's one step ahead of himself. You just got to slow it down. And Max hasn't really been involved outside of a couple of jumpers so far. So I want to see him, get the ball in his hands. It's interesting that he's not bringing the ball up tonight. The other night he was bringing the ball up, and he was under control of the game. And he's playing off the ball tonight, and he's not getting the looks so far. He's only taken 3 shots, and as far as I can remember, maybe 4. I don't know, but close to that.
His team leads by 3, 15-12. About the halfway point here of the second quarter. On the block with a lot of company. And
that's good defense.
Yeah, it's blocked. Hickman was dreaming that time. There's Hode. Won't drop for him. That would have been a nice basket right there.
Yeah, something, just see it go through and
push it. That would have been probably the biggest lead of the game at 6. It's been tight. Right, back up top. Bernasconi. Freeman is No match for the 6'1" Gus Stevenson.
Yeah, he just shot over him. Nice controlled shot there and shot over a smaller defender.
And it's 15-14. Oh, didn't seem interested in playing a two-man game just then. Here's Mariano. Gets tangled up a little bit, but is able to kick it out. Now we get a foul. I think it's on Boucher.
Yeah, it's the first one on Souhegan for the quarter, so they got plenty to waste.
Hickman's coming off, but
yeah, he probably hasn't been out yet. He's expended a lot of energy on offense.
All right, here's Max. Now Mariano, running right-hander, will go.
And those are his type of shots, any runner or floater of any kind, he loves those shots. And there's a screen there. Yeah, it was in the open court. I'm not so sure I agree with that one, but Braden really sold it. It was a nice job by him selling it. But again, like you said, at halftime they really got to, if they can't hear each other, they need to signal. You got to call those screens out because you already got one player hurt from it. You don't need any more. And with the size of Souhegan's kids.
Long time ago when I was on the courts, that was my job, to bother the guy bringing the ball up. And
right.
I always wanted to know if there was a big guy sitting there waiting to hit me. Oh, that's well done. Freeman got some room.
Yeah.
He's got the basket.
And again, the corner's open, and they're not rotating out to it. And that's probably the best place to shoot a three for a right-handed shooter. So, that one there was nice. He stroked it nicely.
I'll give some credit to Hode too, because he gained the lane and attracted the defenders. Look at this team.
No call there.
They've got numbers. Freeman will pull the trigger quick. He won't get it. Mariano bounce pass to Hode, back to Freeman in the corner, and now back up top to Max. He might do well to slow it down for a moment. Mariano in the corner. Look at the rebound. That's Gonzalez, and now Freeman.
Yeah, they had some good looks there. Just couldn't knock it down. A nice hustle on the offensive boards as well. Whoa,
that is a
volleyball.
deep three.
Volleyball line.
Joe Mayo.
And he wasn't hesitating. He caught it and he chucked that thing up. So.
It's essentially from the logo, like you said, the volleyball line. Look at Gonzalez gets up. Misses, gets it back, he'll get two.
And he's been quick to the ball on the offensive glass. Off his shot, it's a little easier to get your own rebound, but even off the other shots, other players' shots, he's gotten probably 4 or 5 offensive rebounds, so he's been valuable when he's been in there.
I don't have a height for him, but number 23 in black is listed at 6'4". 23 in white looks to be at least that.
Yeah, and he's got 2 inches of hair too. So, so I don't know if they count that.
Buzzy, I had that too when I was running on the courts. But it wasn't over my collar, it wasn't in my eyes, and it wasn't on my ears.
Not a bad stroke from the free throw line, 1 or 2 there.
Well done. 21-17 West.
You see Brandon really hounding the point guard here. And they tried to jump it, which was...
Gonzalez, it's a good move, though. It disrupted the offense. Yeah, Germain's making an impact out there. All right, here's Bernasconi. Hickman's back. He dishes it out to Keogh. Keogh travels.
Yeah, that's from the West defense. They really picked it up that time in their half-court defense.
Aiden Ramirez on the floor for West, number 14. So Coach Otis has gone at least 10 deep.
Yeah, it's not a terrible thing. With the second half coming up, you're going to be more fresh. Or fresher.
Gonzalez gets it off to Mariano, who gets it off to Max Hode.
Illegal screen.
What happened? Was that what it was?
I think so. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to be his favorite call.
It is.
I got to think Max might be a little banged up because, he's not playing on the ball. He hasn't really gone to the hoop except for a fast break. And, one time he came out, he was gimped a little bit. He was limping.
Okay.
So the other night, he was going to the hoop just about every possession, whether shooting it or dishing it. So I think he may be a little banged up. I'm not sure. That's me speculating.
To the basket goes John Boucher. Lays it in. It's going to end up probably 21-19, and this will count, though. It won't go.
Yeah, it's ended up being a 2-point game at the half.
That might be a little disappointing for West. They were the better team, and really over the whole 16 minutes, but especially in that second quarter. And they could have had a bit of a lead here.
Yeah, the shots just aren't falling. They had that one possession where they had 3 open threes and really good looks, too. Not forced shots. They're just not falling. And I think Freeman's like 2 for 8 or so. So, they got to get the stroke going and continue playing their defense.
And, Buzzy, before we take a break, you mentioned Hode and maybe a little banged up. That's bad news in that should they win, they'll play in 2 days, a semifinal.
Yeah,
Monday.
I don't know that he is. Maybe it may be just coaching strategy, but, if you watch the film from the other night and you watch today, he was on the ball every single time. He brought the ball up every single time.
Yeah.
And, he was able to change speeds and get to the basket a lot in the first quarter. Now, the competition's a little bit different here in the next round, right?
Sure.
So, and the defense is a little bit different. So it may be a strategy thing for West, but it may be where, he's just a little bit banged up and they want to have him off the ball. He hasn't really taken that many shots, right?
Right.
He got a jumper earlier, hit a 3, and then I think he has 5 points. Usually you'll check the points, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll go down and check the scoring in the official book right now. We'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. Second half will be right here. All right, teams are back and warmed up. Buzzy, what do you think Souhegan heard in the locker room?
I think they want to just continue doing what they were doing, setting screens and all their set plays have worked pretty well. So they need to improve a little bit on their half-court offense. That's where West's defense has really clamped down. But I think this game's been played at the pace that they want. And, West has just got to make some baskets. I mean, if they shot it at a low percentage in that half. I don't know what the percentage is, but it wasn't very good. So, they need to continue taking those open shots, but they need to make them, right? It's the playoffs. It's time to for the ball to go in, right? And now you see the difference. Max is on the ball now.
Yeah.
So maybe they listen to me. I don't know. What do I know, right?
What do you know? It's all coincidental. All right, looks like Wes is going to start Freeman this time, and Gonzalez is out there. Cruz, Hode, nicely off to Gonzalez, but he can't convert. Now they got to make that shot.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's been a bunch of them like that. And Souhegan making the contested layup. So,
and tying the game at 21, by the way.
Hickman's probably got, 15 of their 21, I would think.
Hickman had just 6.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
surprisingly.
I guess, I was off.
Did seem like he was scoring them all. Mayo had 5.
Okay.
He had a big 3.
Yes.
That deep 3 was Mayo. Nicely dumped down again.
Yeah, that's been there. He's just got to catch it and make it. That's a nice pass. And Cruz back in there after the bloody incident he had. So he's all patched up.
You mean when he fouled the guy's elbow with his nose?
Yeah, and there's Souhegan's half-court offense twice on, right there. Nice job. So this is going to be a tight one right down at the end, I think.
There's the corner jumper from Cruz. Mariano knocks it loose.
Of course he does.
Yeah. And Souhegan's got Hickman on hold, too. Mariano, a little hesitation, up and under. He got fouled.
I feel like he got bailed out on that one. He slid his pivot foot there. That should have been a travel. Yeah, Souhegan fans feel the same way. But what a crowd here for a Saturday, huh? I took a walk around and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people here.
Now, from our camera's angle, we can't see, but down right directly below us is pretty well full of Souhegan folks.
You got a bunch of, you got some city officials here. You have a group of, basketball officials.
Referees.
Yeah.
I see Hamill over there. Speaking of which, that's almost a travel too, isn't it? Hickman flips it way up top. This is Busha. Gets it off to Nowak. Nowak had 2 points in the first half. Mayo here had 5. Mariano with the rebound, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that's good defense by Freeman that time. Probably being outweighed by quite a few pounds there, but he kept his feet in front and forced a tough shot.
And he allowed Braden Mariano to go up and get the rebound, too. And then a terrible foul for Busha.
That wasn't smart, and that could play a factor. You got to remember, it's 5 per quarter now. So
not only that, it's his third one. Again down low, Gonzalez.
Yeah. Looks like they talked about getting the ball inside a little bit because it's the third time they tried that. Only once successfully.
Might not have been there that time.
No, that was a little bit of a force.
Now we go the other way against man-to-man. Good job by Hickman. Only kicks it out. That one lays short by Mayo, and we go the other way. Cruz, corner to Mariano. Top to Gonzalez. Back to Israel in the corner to Hode. Hickman on him. That's been the story defensively. It's Hickman on Max.
Hode, he's done a good job so far.
Cruz gets through. Goes with the right hand, not the left, and it's knocked away.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why it was blocked. And right back the other way. So it ties it up. So Souhegan not going away here.
Nowak with a difficult shot right there.
And that's their third team. So, if West is smart, they kind of exploit this here. 3 fouls to nothing. It's a big difference now, going by the quarter with the fouls. And there's no more 1-on-1.
So what's the advantage?
Well, you get them, because then you can play more aggressive defense, right, when you're ahead in the foul game in the quarter. And that's another one that just didn't get called.
Wow.
And that was on a 3-point shot. I thought he definitely got hit there. Yeah, if you're up, 3 minutes left to go in the quarter, if you have 0 team fouls, you can go all out full court, knowing that you have 4 to waste,
Yeah.
And in the playoffs, they're going to call it a little bit differently. And so far, the first half they were calling kind of ticky-tack things, and there's a lot of banging going around out there right now.
Hickman kicks it into the corner. The Euro step is only made to pass it out, and it comes back to Weston Hickman's hands. He resets. Not much happening offensively for the Sabres.
And again, good half-court defense by West.
Definitely, look at the wide open lane. Hode for 3.
Yeah, and that's all set up by Braden, and Mariano has done everything for them so far. I mean, he is just a team player. He set that up from the word. He saw Max in the corner, and he penetrated and kicked it. And those inside-out threes can get a guy going, because that's, to me, that's the best three-point shot. When you're getting the pass from the inside out, everything is in motion, everything is rhythm. When the other one's off of dribbles, a little bit tougher to get your rhythm, right? So, there it's just a catch and shoot, and maybe that'll get Max going.
Mariano saw the lane to the basket, headed to the basket. He, from here and knowing him, you could kind of sense that he just wanted to attract the defense so he could dump it up. He almost was forced to shoot it, it seems to me.
But the thing is, he likes that floater too, so that's fine. He'll take that, but it
would have been a layup for him.
Yeah, one more dribble, yeah.
But he managed to get it out to a wide open Max Hode, who converted it. Hode had, let me look this up. He had 5 points for West in the first half.
And West coming out full court, and Guzman checking in to give them. Oh, yeah. See, they're going to really pressure now. Because, they get a couple of fouls in the backcourt here. It's no big deal at this point, right? You're up 3-0 in the foul game, and, you're not putting them on the line.
What a turnover. Cruz. Hode's going to be open. He gets it off to, that's Guzman. Now back for Freeman, who had 2 threes in the first half and led West with 6 points. There's Max. Kicks it in the corner for Guzman.
Oh, what a stroke for a freshman, huh? And there's a couple of freshmen that are really, that's a second three by one. Not him, but, that was a hard screen there.
That's another one. Guzman just jumped right up.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Full timeout by Souhegan. So what does that tell you about the Parkside program and Coach Greeney?
He's been doing a great job over there.
You get these freshmen coming in. I don't know how if people realize how difficult it is to be a freshman and play at the varsity level. You're playing against kids that are grown men, and you haven't really grown into your body yet.
Yeah, you're 14, 15 years old,
and
right?
So, to give quality, not only just to play, but to give quality minutes. And it also shows that this program's going to be good for a little while.
It does. I mean, you think about Max Hode graduating. He's been a mainstay and a star player here for a good 3 years, maybe 4 himself. But they're just going to reload with these freshmen and Freeman the sophomore.
It seems like a senior lineup, but they have guys, and they won at least one round of a game in the JV tournaments where they're playing against Division I teams with the JV players. So, they got some good young players down there as well. But it's still only a 6-point game here, so, this could change quickly.
Well, the West seemed to come out sort of in charge, but they weren't able to focus and stop Souhegan from turning the aggressiveness against them.
Right.
But now they have over the past minute, and they've dropped in a couple of threes. And I think 31-25 is the biggest lead of this game.
And again, Souhegan just struggling to find anything in the half court.
It's a big possession right now for Souhegan, isn't it? Hickman fouled.
Hickman was able to sneak in there. A nice look, good pass there. And a good foul give there because he had a wide open layup. And I don't think he would have missed that one.
Also, they were trying to steal the pass.
Right.
Hickman did very well just to collect that pass. Send him to the line is probably better than letting him lay it in. I agree. There you go.
Yeah.
That proves it. 2:43 left in the third quarter.
And Boucher checking back in. I think he has 3, right? Number 22 for Souhegan.
Yes, he does.
Interesting, he checks back in with 2:43 left to go in the quarter. The coach must feel like, it is win or go home, right?
Sure. Cruz in the corner.
A nice open look there, too.
He had to put that up kind of quickly, though.
Yeah, but you see Jacob Venturini, you see him just looking up the floor as a freshman. One dribble on the ground, and his head is up. And that's poise to me. You know, you're looking. So, you know, these freshmen have a lot of poise. Usually you can play one for energy and, you know, get in there and maybe rebound or something like that. But these kids have poise, and they're not afraid to have the ball in their hand.
And they could shoot.
Yeah, that helps too. Oh, that's a goaltend.
Yeah. It'll go in anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes it 31-27 at the 2:17 mark. Gonzalez sure can get up, can he?
Yeah, I mean, that's some good hops right there.
Guzman hands it off to Gonzalez. Now to Hode. Hode's got some room. Oh, he doesn't take it. He kicked it into the corner. West will reset. Venturini. The corner. Back to Venturina. Jacobs got it. Here's Mariano. Corner jumpers.
Yeah, kind of forced that one. Yeah, it didn't really quite have the ball in his hands, and he kind of forced it. That wasn't a good stroke.
There's a steal by West, though. And the foul's going to be on Nowak of Souhegan.
And that's their fourth. They've been able to, you know, they had 3 fouls quick in the quarter. So they've been able to play without fouling for the last 4 minutes. So, you know, that's not really going to hurt them there. But, you know, West should take advantage of this, you know. Try to get to the line, because any foul from here to the end of the quarter is 2 shots.
Yep, yep. Hode. Well off.
And he just doesn't look like the same player to me as the other night. And I don't know if it's, you know, to Souhegan's credit or, but it's just a different game. If you watch the tape from the other night and watch him today, he's just not trying to go to the basket at all. I got a hand check off the ball.
Looks like it's going to be on Aiden Ramirez.
Yeah, still only their team's second foul with under a minute left. So you can still play really aggressively in the passing lanes here and go for steals.
Inside the last minute of the third quarter. Mayo puts it on the floor. Kicks it off to Bernasconi. He's looking for a way in. It's going to reset. Here's Mayo again. Now Murphy. From Nowak. Over to Bernasconi. Wow, we're going to call that.
Yeah. That's a good call.
You like that?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of shoved him from he took him off his spot. So, you know, when you drive into the basket and you take him off his spot like that, I'm okay with it. Yeah. He bullied his way to that one. That's all you can say about that. Kind of pulled his way in there.
Well, you might actually credit Ramirez for not fouling on that.
Right.
He went up straight.
A 2-point game, and West is going for the last shot here.
There's 5 seconds left.
Oh, see,
Pass
that's not
is knocked down.
Yeah, see, he's not aggressive there, and he's just trying to kick it out. You know, another dribble there, and he should, you know, he may draw a foul.
That'll stay West ball. 1.9 up on the clock. We got Gonzalez coming in for Ramirez. I don't know if there's a lob in this or not.
Coach thinks so for Souhegan. You know, there might be a play that they ran out of this box before that they've seen.
Hode from the corner. And we go in after 3 quarters, 31-29. A 2-point lead at halftime is a 2-point lead after 3.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, Souhegan's not going away. West just has to make their open looks. And like you said, a couple times they weren't open looks. They took a couple of forced shots where Souhegan picked up the defense, covering that three-point line a little bit better, especially the corner. So, now the foul's reset for the quarter. We're at 0-0, and everybody can be aggressive. I want to see West really, when they went full court before, Souhegan didn't look comfortable inbounding the ball. They turned it over that one time.
Yeah.
Another time we had a tip out of bounds. If they, at this point, if I'm West, I force the pressure and I force the pace and, go full court man to man. They've played plenty of guys throughout the game. All their starters and all they all should be fresh enough for this fourth quarter.
This whole game, to me, has seemed like one that West has more or less control of, but they just can't shake Souhegan off their back.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with the production of Max. He hasn't really forced Souhegan to play him. He's kind of playing off the ball and settling for jump shots.
Well, these teams they're only averaging 10 points a quarter.
Yeah,
that's nothing. Max can do that in 5 minutes.
Right. Yes. Oh, right off the bat,
Freeman goes to the basket and it's fouled.
Yeah. And a nice poised play there. He didn't force the three. He a little head fake and off the dribble.
Amara is a sophomore. Who'd you say is coaching these kids over at Parkside?
Greeny. Coach Greeny Jr.
One of our favorite referees is the senior.
His son, yeah.
Oh, no, just gets one.
That's David Greenwich for you people who don't know him by Greeny.
Souhegan misses.
Yeah, that's a pretty good look. He just missed it, open shot.
Guzman, the freshman, rebounds, hands it off to Cruz. He's directing traffic. He's got a pick from Aldazzi. He's going to want to go all the way. Will he get two or no? I don't think so.
I think they're calling it on the floor.
Yeah,
and
on the floor.
Souhegan player tried to take the charge there as well at the end, but there was a reach-in foul first. That may have been a charge if it wasn't for the reach.
Weston Hickman steps back on.
And Moreno coming out. I don't think he'll see too much time on the bench.
I hope
he's
not.
been doing all the dirty things for them.
Sitting right up with the coaches.
The good players always do. So they come out in the game, they don't want to be far away from you.
I didn't recognize that Hickman wasn't on the court to start the fourth here, Don. Look at that. Now he's already made a steal on the inbound. You don't see that very often.
No. Athletic play. He jumped pretty high, both hands, and knocked that down.
Has he been the best player in the court today?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. What do you call that on, Cruz?
Yeah, just called a reach. So, you know what?
Teams first, his third. And here comes Mariano.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna be on the bench long, even if it wasn't for that foul.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a nice play. Not only he cut the angle off, and really played good defense, and what a nice finish by the freshman.
That is a defender's dream right there. Inbound over your mark's head towards your basket. You can go get it and lay it in. Beautiful work by Guzman.
Souhegan really wants to post up their big guys. They're trying to get it inside. And, West double time down and a timeout by Coach Otis.
Who called timeout? Souhegan?
Coach Otis, West.
Oh, West.
So
Otis.
Souhegan's been good on their off their timeout plays, drawing something up. So it'll be interesting to see what they draw up here. It is out of bounds under the hoop, so they should be drawing something up to get a open look here. And West is going to maybe change. I was always on Coach Bryson to change defensively off of timeouts. If you're in man, now come out in the zone because they're going to draw out. They're going to drop a play against a man right here.
Right.
And if you come out in the zone real quick, if the ball gets swung in, you can always switch right back. But that's a thing that.
Well, we'll see what Coach Otis does.
Back of the game.
Looks like a man.
Yeah, they're playing man, yeah. They're swinging it around, yeah.
To the inbounder. But he had to hurry it, and he doesn't
that
even
was
get
good
iron.
defense.
Well done. 34-29. Basket here would give West a little bit of breathing room. Here's Braden. Back to Max. Severin with the pick. Max goes right. Ooh, the jumper.
Wow.
It's good from Freeman.
He's not afraid to shoot it, is he?
No. And he's got a really quick release.
And that was a couple feet beyond the arc.
And that's an 8-point West lead. Souhegan has yet to score here in the fourth quarter, as I say that.
Hickman.
Five and a half left. Hode running right-hander, left-hander won't go. Freeman steals the loose ball. And the long jumper.
That's a big play by Freeman. Getting to that loose ball and finding his teammate. A timeout, Souhegan. So a 9-point lead, biggest of the game.
With just over 5 minutes to go.
And the young players for West really stepping up, huh?
Absolutely.
That was a big play there by Mara. He stepped in, got to that loose ball, found Max, and Max has hit 2 of those threes off of inside-out passes like that.
Right,
So
right.
That's been his rhythm, where he can really catch it and step into it. So, good job defensively so far in this quarter by West.
Yeah, Max hasn't created his own shot really at all tonight.
No, and again, I don't know if that's a game plan or if that is, because he's just, you never know. Kids can just get banged up a little bit and they don't want to show it. And, because if you watch him the other night and today, he's 2 different players. He's taking that dribble off the screen now, and he's looking for somebody to double so he can kick it out. The other night, he was just looking at that rim. He was just going to the rim. So that's been the difference today.
All right, here we go. 5
5,
seconds.
and that's kind of, is that a quick 5?
Yeah, I thought it was a quick
A little bit quick, but good defense by West.
Outstanding defense by West. And the turnover gives them the ball and a chance to make it a double-digit lead as we head to the 5-minute mark.
Oh, good steal. It's the second time he picked him.
And guess who did it?
Hickman, not quite the dunk on the transition, but 2 points is 2 points, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Freeman. Now off for Guzman. And a hold. A lot of reaching by Hickman, and he's finally gets called for it.
Yeah, and Hickman's been, he's a tough kid. He's been bullying Max the whole game, trying to push him around, and Max isn't backing down, but it's a tough matchup for him. That kid's physical and it's tough.
It's only his second foul too, so Hickman can keep right on. corner to Freeman. He dribbles it out, gives it off to Mariano. Mariano goes right. Corner to Hode. Got it!
And when it's counted, he's making them. So now a 10-point lead.
And we're about halfway through the last quarter. Out of bounds to West.
And their defense has been the difference here in the fourth quarter. Souhegan with that transition basket. But anything off the half court, West is dominating defensively for most of the game.
Mariano off to Freeman. Now to Max. That's another foul.
Yeah, and he tried that same pick that he got before from behind. Successful before, but, it's tough not to get a piece of the arm when you're doing that.
It sure is. And if you're the ball handler and you've had it knocked away from you one time, you need to make a slight adjustment so that it's no longer that available, and that's exactly what Max did that time. And a good point guard will know that. Yeah, it's a foul.
He tried it again, and now we're going to the line because, and that's four on Hickman. Two quick ones, and West will be going to the line the rest of the way. So now, they've kind of had control most of this game, and now they're kind of taking control.
This time they might be able to slough the Sabres off their back.
And this has been a really good group here for West. They've complemented each other very well. You get the scrapper in there. You get Max. Gonzalez has done a good job on the boards. So Max missing that one.
Look at Mariano again.
He is. He's just, you can't keep your eyes off of him. He's a pain in the butt. And I say that in a respectful, good way. In the best way.
Central West girls have a player named Josie LaFave who's just got a nose for the ball.
Right.
She's the same player. Look at that.
There he is.
He ends up in the crowd.
Yeah, and he'll just continue to do it. And you think he'll just do that and then not do it again? Well, he's going to do it again.
Absolutely. He's more than happy to do it again.
And I think it's the haircut, because the other night he was out with some pretty good locks. And that should be a push on.
Yeah, it's on.
That's on Souhegan, I think.
No, it's got to be.
He's calling it on West.
Guzman, yeah.
Okay, I could have went either way, I think.
Jaden Guzman knocked that one loose.
Yeah, it's a loose ball foul.
But he never could really get the angle on it.
You can't really be upset about that one, though.
No.
Again,
all the way around. It's a great play by Guzman. He does pick up the foul. Okay. And all of this defense is keeping Souhegan out of rhythm. And they've got to start scoring. They're down 11.
And that's a block.
Look at who picked up the foul.
Guess who? Right?
Braden Mariano.
Yeah, he's not afraid to do anything out there. And I felt like that was a block personally, but the home team gets the call there. And that could be any offensive foul. You can go either way. One team feels like it's a block, the other one's a charge.
Yeah.
That's a call that you're always going to get people arguing about. That one there was borderline, but.
Referees tonight, Ken Hamill, Nick Gosselin, and William Dapkins.
They've done a good job.
I agree.
We haven't talked about them much, so that's a good job.
Yep.
And there's a Max I know, getting to the hoop. And that's what I was talking about earlier. And he's going to say, okay, I'm going to put the foot on the gas now. Nice pass there.
Nice pass. Boucher is the recipient. He lays it in.
And so Souhegan probably used most of the timeouts after baskets here to try to get settled defensively. I like the fact that West isn't sitting on the lead, and really doing a nice job there by just taking what Souhegan gives them. They don't really need to shoot threes at this point, but you don't want to sit on the lead and just pass the ball around the perimeter.
Right. And this is all year long. This has been a team that has only really one speed. It's to go full ahead. Now the winner of this one gets the winner of the Pelham Bow game, which is being played simultaneously, I believe.
I think it's tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the only afternoon game. But, interesting bracket where, West fell at the 3 seed. They don't have to see the 1 seed unless they get to the finals, correct?
Right,
so,
right.
And Hollis Brookline undefeated in the Division II. Did they lose one? I don't think they did. I think they won it out.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah, I think they won it out. And, the league has changed since I've been here. Some of the teams that weren't so good then are good now. And but West, I'd like to see them back where they've been for a lot of years, basketball-wise. And it looks to me like they're going to be there for a while. You got a quarterfinal game and 2 minutes left, and you got a freshman and a sophomore.
Over on the other side of that bracket, it's Hollis Brookline, the 1 seed, against Hanover, the 5.
Who really dominated the defending champ, Pembroke. I saw bits and pieces of that game, and they came out and just, 20-point lead at the half and never looked back.
Well, the Hanover team you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I wouldn't call this sitting on the lead. I'll just call this, being smart with the basketball. And if you get a layup, you get a layup. But there's no reason to shoot a 3 at this point.
We're inside of 2 minutes now. Oh, Max doesn't want to travel.
Yeah.
Well, that's a result of not looking for a basket.
Right.
He had a 15-foot jumper right there.
Or take another dribble and just take the floater. But bringing in another ball handler, which is smart. Freeman's a great player. He's done a great job today. But, bringing in another ball handler is what you need right now. You don't need a 3-point shooter at this point.
Long 3.
Wow.
From Hickman.
And Hickman kind of pushed Mariano off the spot there and got his shot. Now, see, that's poised by the freshman. Because, a lot of times, you'll see him, they'll just pull the trigger right there.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to do it. And now you're going to put their best player on the free throw line. So, smart play not taking that shot.
8 up another 15 seconds, and they got to. We won't call it an automatic, too. But
no, but you're putting one of your best shooters on the line.
It's like West isn't even going to contest for a rebound. They'll just go down and set up for defense.
Okay.
His fellow classmate, Braden Mariano, comes down, gives him a little hug, and word of wisdom.
He looked a little tired on those two.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There's only 1:10 left in this game. West leads by 8. That comes off. Mariano rebounds.
And he was covering that kid on the post right there. And he's got probably, 3-4 inches on him and plenty of size, and he just covered their best player on the post.
So, the 5'10 senior at the line, Braden Mariano, has he been the best player for West?
He has been.
Floor?
Yeah, the stat sheet isn't going to show it. Or it might show it. He's got a few points too, but the things he's done off the ball and especially defensively has got this game in control for West.
That pushes the lead back to 10. Timeout. So timeout West. Yeah. 1:01 left in this game. West is looking to move on to the quarterfinals, semifinals, I should say. This is Saturday the 7th. The semis are Monday the 9th.
Yeah, so only 1 day to prepare. You won't get the game film until tonight, with the other game being played, I think, at 6 tonight. So, But, these teams pretty much know each other at this point.
Yeah.
They want to take another look and see what happens in that game. I'm sure Coach Otis and the staff will be at that game. I would be. Why not?
I'm pretty sure Pelham and Bow both beat this Blue Knight team this year.
Both of them. So, that would be good to turn it around. It's hard to beat a team twice like that. I've had it happen to us both ways here, where we won, handily during the season and lost in the playoffs, and then the opposite has happened as well. So,
might mention that the Central West girls managed to grab the 7th spot in the tournament and were knocked out by Salem.
Yeah, good season for them, though.
Nice season for them.
They had a couple of really good winning streaks, 4 or 5, at least 5 in a row each time, maybe more.
Yeah,
so
more,
they haven't won that many games in the previous 3 seasons, I think. So good job by Coach Winters and the staff over there.
All right, Souhegan inbounds. This is Harrison Murphy. I don't know if we've seen him.
No, and he's probably a 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
that's
the only reason why you put a kid this late in the game in for the first time is, you need some points.
Tough to come off the bench and start hoisting
West,
up
you just
threes.
don't want to foul. And again, it's their defense, and that's how they won this game. They struggled at times offensively. They almost got 48 on the board, but only giving up less than So he can only score less than 40 in a playoff game. That's credit to West defense.
Remarkable.
And Hickman doesn't want to foul out. He did not play defense there, and he's pretty much giving it up. So that's going to be a game here. Coach is calling off the dogs. They're not going to foul.
And the West fans are on their feet. Well, most of them. Some of them haven't got the memo over there, Buzzy.
Good sportsmanship by Coach for Souhegan here. He could have played it out and kept fouling there, and there's no sense, really. Maybe if they made that previous hoop. A tough one for Souhegan seniors, being their last game here. It's a tough moment, but they had a good run there, good upset in the first round. They just weren't able to put the ball in the hole enough.
Very nice win for the Blue Knights of West High School. They moved to 16-4 on the year, and they moved to the semifinal round of the Division II Boys State Title Tournament. That was fun, but
yeah, it was a well-played game, and I love the defense. I love defense, so watching that effort by West and Braden Mariano, player of the game to me for West.
Absolutely. Souhegan led 6-2, and then shortly thereafter, never led again. Any last words on this?
No, it was a pleasure. Glad we get to get out here, and I got to see both West playoff games. So for me, my heart's here. I spent a lot of time in this building, so I love it. Love to see them, and I want to see them get to the finals.
Well, raise a glass to my other West buddy, Don Bernard.
Yeah.
They're with me all year long as well. So for me, Peter Capano and Tom Bezoyan, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time on Manchester Public Television Services Game of the Week.